Hello. Am I audible to you? So good morning, students. Today,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, good morning. Uh, so what is infrastructure management? That is the first question. And it is also known as IM. Okay, IM. So what is it? In simple language, it is the process of managing the components of a company's information technology. Okay, whatever the information technology the company is using, okay, you have to manage all the components. For example, like which components are included, like as a policies, processes, data, okay, then human resources. Now see what exactly you have to manage here. See these components that are essential for management of company. Okay, so what are the essential components you require? You have to decide some policies. Okay, then what are the processes for fulfilling the aim or goal of the company? Okay, what are the policies, how to fulfill it, and for that the organization has to decide the processes, different processes for the company, I mean to fulfilling the policies. Okay, for that obviously data is there, data is required. Data from different departments is to be generated, like purchase department, then your sales department, production department. Okay, what are other departments of the company, of the organization? You people know very well, just tell me. There is again IT department, okay, research and development, okay, R&D, human resource department, HR department, and for this obviously human resources. Okay, so what I mean to say, it may include these main essential components like policies, processes, data, and human resources. Okay, now we are talking about IT infrastructure management. So IT means information technology infrastructure management. Now in today's digital world, it is more important than ever to ensure you have appropriate methods in place for infrastructure management. Okay. So for this, why this is required, appropriate methods in place for infrastructure management? Why it is required? By doing so, it allows for, we can improve the performance through this. Okay, for improving the performance, you should for that the organization must ensure that there should be appropriate methods in place for infrastructure management. Okay, for example, I am giving you just simple example. Whatever the data is generated, okay, that should be stored properly. Suppose you have your customer data, okay, who are your customers, okay, who are your employees, employee data, okay, then the data is generated through purchasing department, okay, then sales department. All these data is to be stored properly, okay, stored properly, and then uh, again it should be processed, okay, for management information system, again to generate reports maybe, okay, they maybe generate the reports. So like that this data is to be stored properly. Why the data storing is a vital role? Because plays the vital role, like it has a very it plays very important role, because data drives the business. The important the statement you can say. Data drives the business. Now take a simple example of banking industry, or take a because we have learned this subject in previous semester, that is banking, finance, and BFSI. Okay, the short form of that. In that case, the banking domain, or you can say banking organization, banking industry. Okay, so they have to store day-to-day transaction data. They have to store proper updation of updated data of their customers. Who are their customers? What is their details, customer details. So they have to make the master file for the customer. Okay. Then same thing, day-to-day transactions. Then for a loan department, they have to keep their data. Okay. Then the data is to be processed. So they have to, at the end of the day, they have to generate the report, like what are the today's transaction. Okay. Or after 8 days, they have to generate a proper data, that date-wise data for weekly report. Okay. And again, the data for how many customers are using your ATM, how many customers are using your e-banking services, how many who are using NEFT, RTGS, and all these data. Okay, the tremendous data is generated. Okay, you can take a simple, if you take a case of a branch also. Okay, so that branch has to keep their data, and they have to report to the main branch. Okay, from that, why these data they are reported to them? Because from that those reports, they have to study what can be the policies, future projects. Okay, then what you can do with the new policies, or suppose you want to implement new e-banking services or such type of things. Okay, or any launch of any you can say what you can have a loan department, and that so that one has to be taken care of. Okay, and for this, for such type of IT this processing, okay, processing of this IT, they have to they require various infrastructure. Now what a simple example of infrastructure? First thing is hardware. Okay, so what is the first requirement of IT infrastructure? So that is the important thing, that is hardware is required, isn't it? That is see, I will just tell you that this is the changing economy of India. Okay, so in the recent times, there is a necessity to improvise the business requirements according to the changing needs of market, customers, and technologies. So everyone wants to improve. They have to improve, means improve in all these tech. Okay, through means IT, your projects, and all this. So there is a tremendous competition also. Okay, that is another fact. So this in turn causes a change in the business environment. Okay, so business environment has to be changed after some time. Okay, and has to be tackled in an appropriate way, minimizing the cost while enhancing the benefits. That is the main motto. That is the that should be taken care of by the businesses, organizations. I will repeat this. You have to see, I will repeat this, that in the changing economy, listen this carefully, changing economy in recent times, there is a necessity to improvise the business, enhance the business requirements according to the changing needs of the market, customers, and technologies. Okay, if you will take example of banking industry, they have to change according to the customer's requirement. What is the competition in the market? Okay. Then what technologies we have to adopt, new technologies, so that it will be beneficial for customers, and if customers will be benefited, they will be satisfied, then of course this in turn causes a change in the business environment and has to be tackled in a appropriate way, minimizing the cost while enhancing the benefits. Now, to increase the overall efficiency of the organization's operating components, the infrastructure management in areas like cloud. Okay, now what technologies they have to adopt? Okay, why they have to adopt the new technologies? To increase the overall efficiency of the organization's operating components, the the infrastructure management in the IT sector. They have to areas like cloud. Okay, why cloud? Now I have told you just now that the tremendous amount of data is to be generated. You have to store it. Okay, why we have to store the data? Whenever it is necessary, you should able to retrieve it in less, again the response time and all these factors comes in that, so that your data centers, your data storage devices, all this should be up to date. So you have to adopt for cloud. Then again you have to secure the data. Okay, whatever the data generated, it should be secured always. So organizations operating components, the infrastructure management in the areas like cloud, security, information technology, networks. Why networks? Because data is to be transferred from one place to other place. One place to other place means from one department to other, as well as from bank to main office. Again, all over the world, if you have the branches, it should be properly networked. And again, the thing is that your network should be well secured. Okay, for that you require the servers, up-to-date servers. Okay, secured and up-to-date servers, so that your data can be stored in the secure way. Okay, then application, data and people. Okay, they are given the prime importance. Okay, so how you can increase the organization, how they can increase the efficiency of the organization's operating components? The infrastructure management in the areas like cloud, security, IT, networks, server, application, data and people are given prime importance. Are you able to get it? What I mean to say? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have to give the so that you can increase the efficiency. And how you can increase the efficiency? You have to adopt these type of technologies, new technologies. Okay, so you have to focus on, the organization has to focus on the operating components and the infrastructure management in these areas. Which areas I told you just now? Cloud, security, these are important areas. Then IT, networks, server, applications, data and people. Okay, so in order to ensure good service and tremendous quality, a secure, reliable infrastructure is essential to reduce the cost of the company. Okay, maintaining the standards and ensure the information flow is processed in undisruptive way and managing existing and new staff. Okay, you always say that man, machine, process, policies in management. Okay, so what you have to manage, I'm not a management teacher, but you always say this, no? So in this way, so you have to, the organization, in order to ensure good service and tremendous good quality, a secure, reliable infrastructure is very much essential. Why? Why it is essential? To reduce the cost of company. Then the company has to maintain the standards, and the important thing is again ensure the information flow is processed in undisruptive way and managing existing and new staff. Okay, everything has to be managed. All this infrastructure is to be managed. Okay, I will give you a simple example. First is suppose infrastructure of data center. Okay, we have seen that data center in, so this can be a revision also. So by, in the previous semester class, okay, we have seen infrastructure of data center. Okay, so it provides an insight into the assets of IT company and religions the physical infrastructure, okay, to improve efficiency of the company to the business needs. Okay, see, data center is the asset of IT company. Okay, and you have to improve the efficiency by improving the physical infrastructure as well as the data center. Okay, now I will share one file. Okay, before that, what can infrastructure management really offer you? As a, see, students, as a business manager, or you are leading to the some organization, it is critical that you have proper management in place for these components of your business. Okay, where should be the data center, how securely I can keep it, my how secure my network should be, how it should be managed, and what should be the location. Okay, all these things should be properly taken care of by the managers. Okay, now in case of technology, as a result, businesses need to have the tools and resources in place to support the business. So infrastructure management offers many solutions, okay, including reduction in TCO. What is that? Total cost of ownership. Okay. Then maintain best practices. Okay, so what is that? When you use this solution for management of your data and other information technology, you gain an improved level of adherence. Okay, for all aspects of industry, best practices and processes. Okay, the next point you can achieve is expertise on hand. That is management of your technology and online based business components also gives you the expert on hand you need. Okay, you have a domain experts that is always within reach, and that can be important for ensuring proper communications and streamlined services. Okay, then support that's always available. So another important reason to invest in infrastructure management is as simple as getting the help you need when you need it. Okay. So, okay, whenever you need it, it should be available. So, availability of proper resources at proper time is very important. Okay, therefore, the company, the organization has to invest in the IM, that is infrastructure management. Okay, when you use the proper infrastructure management solutions, you gain 24-hour, 7-day a week, 365 a year support. Okay, otherwise you will, I mean, when something goes wrong, there is an on-hand solution available. Like you should have a, just the meaning is that you have to keep manage the infrastructure in such a way that it should be available to you in proper time. That is the main thing. Then next point is, see, also valuable to this infrastructure management, also valuable to most businesses, the ability to retain your IT strategy, information technology strategy more effectively with this solution. So you gain more control, and that can mean that you are able to handle business needs more effortlessly and efficiently. Okay, so with less effort you can increase your efficiency, as well as you can increase your efficiency through this. Then how to handle the human resource, like you have to use staff wisely. Okay, you have to find out who is good in which skill is suitable for which person. Okay, which work is suitable for which person. Can you give any example of this? Anyone? Use staff wisely. So you have to hire a team to handle your infrastructure management needs, and allow your key IT and other existing staff to handle other needs within your company that may make better use of their talents and skills. So you have to use the human resources in proper way, isn't it? I will take the screenshot. Now, use resources wisely. That is also, you can, you can gain from infrastructure management. So instead of an in-house solution that takes up more of your resources, both in space and in monetary methods, you can make better use of your company's resources. Okay, so overall, infrastructure management is no longer something you can avoid utilizing. When you consider all that these services can offer to you, you will see that it can save your company money and time while also maximizing your resources. Okay, and this means giving you the ability to move through your business efficiently. Okay, that is the gain, you can say, these things offered by the IT, infrastructure management. Okay. Are you able to see one? I would like to share one PPT, or I would like to show you one Excuse me. Are you able to see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So, in short, investments in infrastructure require maintenance. It further increases the number of created jobs. The infrastructure also has a positive impact on education and health. Good health and a high level of education of labor causes economic growth. Okay, infrastructure contributes to the accession of the poor. This is the important thing up through this investment. Okay, so this is the, you can help to the society as well. Yeah. Now, what about this more control means? Infrastructure management solutions provide you more control over your business processes. You can retain your IT strategy more effectively with this effective solution. Okay, so with proper infrastructure management solutions, you can handle business needs more efficiently and effortlessly. Okay. I think this is again the same thing. Now, it is also called as managing hardware. In case of, as I said you, information technology. So, for an organization's information technology, infrastructure management is the management of essential operation components such as policies, processes, equipment, data, human resources, and external contacts for overall effectiveness. External contacts means your network, you know. Then within the organization, outside the organization, okay, there should be proper external, I mean exchange of data, you can say information, everything is to be, okay, exchanged. So, uh, so this is very important. And see, as it is said that management of essential operation components. So which are the operation components? Like policies, for fulfilling these policies, rules and regulations, you have to decide some processes. Then for that you need equipments, and then data also plays the important role in the organization. Of course, human resources and external contacts, so that it is can enhance, you can run your business efficiently and effectively. Okay. Now, in case of information technology, these components include hardware. So what are the infrastructure needed for information technology? Suppose you want to automate these any of your purchase department. Okay, we have seen previously it was EDI and all these things, or any department, or in the bank you can say that banking organization, they need to process the data. Okay, and for that you require components. So what are the hardware you require? Computers, then you require printer. Okay, so these are the hardware devices. Then for networking, which are the networking devices, hardware devices? Hmm? Switches, routers, all these hardware needed. Okay, and to run, to process your data and the program. Okay, so to run the to processing the data, you require the programs. Okay, so software is needed. Okay, then you need networking components, then operating system, okay, and data storage. Okay, all of which are used to deliver IT services and solutions. So all this infrastructure is very much important in this case. Okay. So you have next lecture because waiting here. At what time you have next lecture? As at 11:45, no? Okay, I will just conclude in 5 minutes. And one more thing is that, sweetie, have you, I mean, okay, attendance we will have, okay? Yes, sir. I would like to share one. The infrastructure is important for faster economic growth and elevation of poverty in the country. Okay, so how infrastructure is important and how infrastructure management is important. So each and every organization has to invest in this infrastructure management. Okay, the adequate infrastructure in the form of road, railway, transport system, ports, power, airports, and their efficient working is also needed for integration of Indian economy with other economies of the world. So I am giving you the example of Indian economy as well. And with this note, okay, I would like to conclude today's lecture. Okay.